Coming up, we'll have the latest on a deadly hit-and-run crash in Bell County and the ongoing search for those believed responsible. One Kentucky road was closed for several hours yesterday due to a large tanker truck crashing into a guardrail and falling over a hill. And festival season is officially upon us here in the mountains. We will preview the festival that kicks it all off.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 6:01 on this Thursday, April the 11th. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning. It's going to be a scorcher for some, so make sure that you have your t-shirts, your shorts on, if at all possible. I know I'd be taking off my pants and putting on a pair of shorts to stay cool because, Brandon, you're going to need it today as summer makes an early impact on the mountains for it all just to come crashing down days later.
Exactly, and even as early as tomorrow as that cold front, the weak one, comes through, brings us some rain chances. Let's take a look at the cameras this morning as we head out the door. US 119 on top of Pine Mountain, Whitesburg Mountain there. We're looking at some dry conditions, not a whole lot of traffic just yet this morning. As we head out the door, we're looking at limited cloud cover, but a few clouds out there hanging around through the first part of your day. Temperatures in the mid-60s already out toward Monticello. That warm air really starting to crank in here, but those valley locations like Hazard still on those upper 40s this morning. Almanac for today could break the record at Jackson. 86 the forecast high, the record of 85 set back on this day in 2011 and 2001. Full forecast on the way here in just a few minutes. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Troopers say a hit and run in Bell County left one man dead. Police say 59-year-old 80 Fusion was trying to block another vehicle who dropped a pressure washer in the roadway from getting hit by blocking the roadway with his car and standing in the road. Troopers say that is when a vehicle hit Fusion, killing him at the scene.
We're still just trying to get as much information to figure out, what all led up to this. Why would somebody flee from the scene after striking someone?
Troopers say anyone with information should contact Kentucky State Police Post 10 in Harlan. Well, there's more developing news this morning. We are learning about a head-on collision involving an off-duty Pulaski County Sheriff's deputy. Officials say it happened just before 10 p.m. on Slate Branch Road near Oak Hill Road outside of Somerset. We are told someone was flown to a hospital, but the identity of the person is not known. We will update this story as we learn more on our website at WYMT.com. A powerful storm is pounding 6 states in the Midwest. More than 2 feet of snow is expected in parts of South Dakota. Officials in Minnesota reported more than 200 car accidents yesterday. CBS's Laura Podesta is in New York with more on the storm.
A springtime blizzard is blanketing parts of the Midwest.
It's typical Wisconsin weather. We get our normal April snowfall.
But this is the second bomb cyclone to hit in the past month, and it's causing major problems from Wisconsin to Colorado.
This could be life-threatening, so we want people to be safe and heed the warnings.
A UPS driver walked away uninjured after his truck careened off a bridge along Interstate 70 in Kansas last night. I-70 was shut down in Colorado earlier in the day because of the slick conditions, but not before several car crashes backed up traffic for miles. About half the flights at Denver International Airport were canceled.
If you would have asked me if the airport was open, I probably would have said no because there was literally no one in line.
Being stuck at the airport overnight could not dampen the spirits of Jordan and Sarah.
We got engaged.
After an unforgettable trip to the Rockies, the soon-to-be bride and groom hope to catch a flight home today.
Pray that flight doesn't get canceled.
The Colorado Rockies postponed their game against the Atlanta Braves. The Minnesota Twins wish they could have done the same, but they were in New York, losing to the Mets. Down south, it was all fun and games yesterday ahead of the Masters in Augusta, Georgia. But rain from this storm system is expected to disrupt play at one of golf's premier tournaments this weekend. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
Messing up with my Masters viewing, it better not happen Sunday. Well, many areas in the Midwestern states are still getting over the massive flooding after snow from a previous bomb cyclone melted away. The hope this time around is the ground will soak in more of that runoff, keeping rivers from cresting. An organization is stepping up to help employees of the Manchester McDonald's. You might remember a fire destroyed the restaurant this past weekend. Daniel Boone Transit is providing transportation from Manchester to London so employees can still work at the locations in Laurel County. We're told that it could be several months before a new restaurant can be built. Today, there will be a benefit concert and dinner to help those employees at the Crawdad building. It begins at 6 this evening. It costs $5 a person, and all proceeds are going to the employees affected by the fire. Kentucky 160 in Gordon was closed for several hours yesterday due to a large tanker truck crashing into a guardrail and careening over a hill. The guardrail wrecked and skid marks visible on the roads. That should be the truck wrecked and skid marks visible on the roads. Police say the driver from Ohio transporting restaurant grease died after being thrown from the truck. Though the cause of the accident is still under investigation, fire department officials say road conditions tell quite a story.
In my opinion, he didn't know the mountain and he got it out of gear and couldn't get it back in. And he got his brakes because we could smell the brakes. It was hot when we got here. And he was thrown from the vehicle over into the bushes and some trees.
The driver's name has yet to be released, but the family and company are notified. Officials say they expect the truck company to pump the tank Thursday. We will continue to update you on our website at WYMT.com. An emotional tribute yesterday in Breathitt County. The school system honored Danny Wayne Spencer, a longtime bus driver. He drove bus number 1702. Fellow bus drivers lined the road to say goodbye. Spencer died unexpectedly Sunday at the age of 39. His funeral was held yesterday. Well, there are new details this morning on a Pike County deadly accident. Police told us Barbara Davis is the woman who died in that accident. Investigators say she got out of her car to see if she left a cell phone in the trunk. The car then backed up and ran over her, eventually hitting a home nearby. Police said it happened due to a possible vehicle malfunction. The driver of the car suffered just minor injuries. A fire destroyed a home in Harlan County Tuesday. The blaze also put a nearby home in danger. It happened in the Sunshine community. WYMT's Connor James talked with firefighters about how things could have been much worse.
This is what first responders pulled up to yesterday. Today, it's a different story. This is all that's left of the home today.
A lot of heat with this one. The wind and stuff yesterday helped push this fire.
That wind nearly bringing those flames close to other homes.
These homes are really close together and stuff, so time is of the essence for us to take to get here.
Sunshine Volunteer Fire Department Captain Ashley Hatfield says the home was up in flames so quickly. Their main mission was to keep it from spreading.
We had 6 trucks fighting this fire. We used approximately 8,000 gallons of water.
The intense heat did cause damage to a neighboring home.
There was damage to the home in the rear of the structure from the heat. It looked like some of the vinyl siding was melted and stuff of it, but we were able to save the surrounding structure.
One man is now without a home, but first responders are thankful.
No one was hurt, and that was the main thing. No one was hurt or anything in this fire.
Everyone made it out safe. In Harlan County, Connor James, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, the cause of the fire is not known at this time. Officials are working to contact the Red Cross to help the man. This week, crews have been preparing for the 43rd annual Hillbilly Days Festival in Pikeville. Food booths, vendor booths, and amusement rides are set up. The festival is a collaborative effort between Pike County, the City of Pikeville, the Chamber of Commerce, and Shriners Hospitals for Children. Pike County Judge Executive Ray Jones says he has enjoyed seeing the festival grow.
This is the 43rd Hillbilly Days Festival, and I remember the first Hillbilly Days parade. I stood over on 2nd Street with my dad and watched it. And to see how the events transformed over that 43-year period, the impact that it's had on the local community and the good that it's done for the Shriners Crippled Children's Hospital, it's just truly a wonderful event. We hope everyone can make it in, and it's a one-of-a-kind festival. There will literally be people from all over the country and some from different parts of the world that will be here for the festival.
The carnival and the festivities will continue through Saturday night. We will also be there in front of our new bureau for guest weather today and Friday, and Brandon will be over there to chill with y'all on Saturday. Well, a gas explosion rocked Durham, North Carolina, leveling a building and killing at least one person. Investigators believe crews digging in the area triggered the blast. At least one building was reduced to rubble. The force of the blast was felt throughout the city. Police say a contractor working under the sidewalk may have triggered the explosion.
He hit a 2-inch gas line, which was caused an explosion and also a partial building collapse.
More than a dozen people were injured, including a Durham firefighter. Several businesses occupy the building, including a family-owned coffee shop. Investigators will be checking to make sure the contractor working on the building had proper permits. A sailor killed at Pearl Harbor more than 77 years ago has returned to Washington. The remains of 20-year-old Navy fireman First Class Claude Gowie were brought to Washington Thursday. A full honor guard waited on the ground and carried his casket off the plane. Gowie's remains were unidentified until 2015. He will be laid to rest Friday at Arlington National Cemetery.
Forecast this morning, not too bad. A little bit of a difference when it comes to temperatures in those valleys and on those ridges. Let's take a look at live pinpoint Doppler radar first, though, and not a whole lot of action going on there. You see a little green showing up near those radars, just some moisture in the air that's not reaching the ground. No visibility issues this morning. Fog has been backed off for the last couple of days. 65 right now in Monticello, but 48 Jacksboro, 49 here in Hazard. You can tell that warm air is starting to surge in from the south. 25 degrees warmer right now in Monticello than it was this time yesterday. Day planner, yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. 86 is the forecast high today, so if you like that warm weather, get out there and enjoy it. It's going to be breezy, too, with winds gusting up to 25 miles per hour at times. Will?
All righty, Brandon, great day to be outside. Thank you for joining us right here on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Think Mars, Jupiter, or Saturn are uninspired names for a planet? We will tell you about your chance to name a planet in our solar system. And never before seen, a photo of something we have all heard about was just released for the first time ever yesterday.